Imagine standing alone in a room filled with the most powerful people in the country, your voice drowned out by a wave of opposition. You raise your cane, determined to make your message heard, only to be forcibly removed. This is exactly what happened to Democratic Congressman Al Green when he stood up against former President Donald Trump. But what was he fighting for? And why did his protest make history? Stay with me, because this story is far from ordinary. On the night of Donald Trump's first address to Congress in his second term, tension filled the chamber. Republican applause echoed loudly, while Democrats sat in silent resistance. But one voice refused to be silent. Al Green, a veteran congressman from Texas, rose to his feet, his voice cutting through the air. "He has no mandate," he shouted. The chamber erupted in chaos. Republicans chanted USA, USA, as Speaker Mike Johnson tried to restore order. But Green wouldn't back down. His words were lost in the overwhelming noise until the House Sergeant-at-Arms stepped in. Moments later, the 78-year-old lawmaker was escorted out, his cane still raised in defiance. Why would a seasoned politician risk such a dramatic move? And why did Trump's words provoke such a response? To understand Green's actions, we need to go back to his long history of fighting for justice. Born in New Orleans in 1947, Al Green dedicated his life to advocating for civil rights and social equality. Before stepping into Congress, he served as a justice of the peace for 26 years, always standing up for the marginalized. When he was elected to represent Texas' 9th Congressional District in 2005, he made it clear his mission was to fight for economic fairness, minority rights, and affordable health care. And his biggest political opponent, Donald Trump. From the moment Trump took office in 2017, Green became one of his fiercest critics. He was the first congressman to call for Trump's impeachment, accusing him of abusing his power. Again in 2019, he reignited the fight, citing Trump's inflammatory rhetoric against minority congresswomen. And when Trump returned for a second term, Green wasn't about to stay silent. Trump stood at the podium, declaring, "We are just getting started." His speech painted a picture of triumph, economic victories, border security, and new policies. But for Green, there was one issue that couldn't be ignored: Medicaid. Millions of Americans rely on Medicaid for health care, particularly low-income families. Despite Trump's reassurances, Green feared devastating cuts were on the horizon. He had seen the struggles of the people he represented. And now, in the richest country in the world, those same people were at risk of losing their medical support. So, as Trump spoke about his administration's victories, Green made his stand. Green's protest wasn't just an act of defiance, it was a statement. As he was led out of the chamber, he told reporters, "It's worth it to let people know that there are some people who are going to stand up." His actions sparked a debate across the country. Was this an act of bravery or a reckless political stunt? Some saw him as a hero, standing up for the vulnerable. Others viewed his outburst as disrespectful and disruptive. Meanwhile, Trump supporters cheered his removal, while Republican lawmakers mocked him with chants of, "Hey, hey, hey, goodbye." But Green didn't care. His mission was bigger than the moment. So why did Al Green risk it all? Because for him, politics isn't about power, it's about people. His protest was a reminder that voices of dissent matter, even when they are silenced. Whether you agree with him or not, one thing is clear: Al Green isn't afraid to stand up for what he believes in, no matter the cost. And that in itself is a powerful message. What do you think? Was this an act of courage or a step too far? Let me know in the comments below.